Hello students, we are going to learn General Science for class 7 from the book Science Square. Today we are going to learn chapter 18 Wastewater Story. In this chapter we shall discuss about sewage and sewage treatment, wastewater treatment plan, better housekeeping practices, sanitation and diseases, and different ways of sewage disposal. Let us begin the chapter. When the water present on the earth in the form of oceans, seas, rivers, lakes, ponds and under the ground, it gets contaminated. We call this as water pollution. The contamination of water results in a change in its physical, biological and chemical properties. Hence, it makes drinking unsafe and usage of other purposes. The substances that cause water pollution are called water pollutants. The pollution of water can result in serious effects such as diseases and also affect the ecosystem and loss to the aquatic life. What are the major pollutants? Sewage. A massive amount of wastewater is known as the sewage is dumped into the water bodies such as rivers and seas. This pollutes the fresh water and makes it inappropriate for any kind of consumption. This rise in several bacteria and other microorganisms. It not only affects the aquatic life of the water body, but it also results in severe diseases like cholera, diarrhea and typhoid. Industrial chemical waste is also another water pollutant. Harmful chemicals such as lead and mercury are often dumped by the industries into the water bodies directly. This contaminates the water. Agricultural effluents also is a water pollutant. Fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides and farm waste are washed off by the rain to the water bodies. This contaminates the water. Oil spills. Oil spills often occur due to accidents and leakages of oil into the sea. This leads to loss of aquatic life. Thermal waste. Thermal industries often spill warm water in the water bodies. This decreases its oxygen content in the water. So, aquatic life die. It results also in the increase in the temperature of the water, which is not suitable for aquatic animals. Suspended solids. The suspended soils are due to the formation of soil erosion, untreated sewage and mining. These suspended pollutants block the sunlight from reaching the aquatic plants and animals. What is meaning of wastewater? The water that has been used and is not fit for usage again is called wastewater. It is dirty water from the laundry, toilets, sinks and drains. The process by which the pollutants from the water are removed before the water reaches a water body or before it is used again is known as sewage treatment. What is sewage? Wastewater from houses, offices, industries, hospitals and other sources is called sewage. Rainwater that flows into the drains during heavy rainfall is also sewage because it contains pollutants that it washes off from the roads. Any liquid waste can be called sewage. Sewage water contains impurities mixed into it as well as some suspended pollutants also mixed with it. These impurities present in the sewage are called contaminants because they contaminate the water. What are the contents of the sewage? Sewage is a complex mixture containing suspended solids, organic and inorganic impurities, nutrients, saprophytes, and disease-causing bacteria and other microbes. The tabular column shows the different organic impurities: human feces, animal waste, oil, urea, pesticide, herbicides, fruits and vegetable waste. Inorganic impurities includes nitrates, phosphates, metals. These are from the pesticides and fertilizers. Nutrients are also from fertilizers and pesticides, phosphorus and nitrogen. Bacteria such as microbes which causes cholera and typhoid. Many other microbes will cause dysentery too. Sewerage and sewers. There will be a large and small pipes installed in our buildings to carry the sewage water produced in our house. These are called sewers. A network or transport system consisting of sewers is called sewerage. It carries sewage water from the point where it is produced to the point where it is disposed. The manholes are installed at a point where two or more sewers intersect or change their direction. Manholes are located at every 50 to 60 meters. Every locality has a system that allows removal of waste from the houses and industries. Sewage to treatment. The diagram shows the sewers connecting to a big pipe called sewerage. It is taken for the treatment, wastewater treatment facility. Then it is safe to release in the river. Wastewater treatment plant. Wastewater includes biological, physical and chemical matters. So it involves these processes of removal of contaminants. The wastewater is first passed through barge streams, which remove big objects such as plastic bottles, napkins, rags, cans and sticks. So the first step is a passing through bar springs. The second is a removal of grit and sand. The wastewater is then sent to a grit and the sand removal tank. The speed of the water is decreased at this step because there is need for the sand, dirt and pebbles to settle down. The third step is the water cycle in a tank called clarifier is sloped in the center, allowing the solids like phases to settle at the bottom. This is known as sludge. The sludge is then separated from the water with the help of scraper, which is the fourth step. The fifth step is a skimmer. Substances like oil and grease are removed as they float above the water. In this step, clarified water is obtained. The next step is the anaerobic bacteria. That is, the sludge obtained is passed into a tank where anaerobic bacteria can decompose it and produce biogas. The biogas can be used as a fuel and it is removed from time to time. The clarified water is now moved to an aerator that pumps air into it. This allows aerobic bacteria to grow in this water. The aerobic bacteria consume organic waste, soaps, food waste and other elements that remain in the clarified water. This water is allowed to settle for several hours and then the waste materials settle down in the tank. This is now called as activated sludge. The water is removed from the top of the sludge with the help of machines or sand drying beds. The sludge is then dried and can be used as a manure. This treated water contains fewer amounts of impurities and suspended matter. This water is safe to dump into a water body or under the ground. Hence, it is discharged into the sea or river or underground water. Sometimes, harmful chemicals can be present in the water, even after treating them physically and biologically. These chemicals are removed by using disinfectants such as chlorine and ozone. Chlorine gas or ozone gas is introduced into the water to purify it chemically. The diagram shows the step of water treatment plant. The first step is bar stream. Second step is a grid tank and the settling tank. Producing of biogas through digester, and it is used in the agriculture. The remaining passes through the aeration tank, then to the clarifier. These are all 1, 2, 3 steps and 5 is a biological and physical steps. The fourth one is a chemical step in which chlorine or ozone is used. Housekeeping practices. Eucalyptus plants can absorb the water at a faster rate. They then release pure water vapor. Hence, it acts as a natural water purifier. We also should adopt better housekeeping practices as follows. We should try to reduce the waste that produced in our households so that there is not much pressure on WWTP. We can be more considerate about producing a limited amount of waste, and we can accomplish this by adopting better housekeeping practices. We can become an active citizen by making sure that there are no open drains or sewers in our locality. We should pour the oil and fats in the dustbin rather than the dry. This is because the oil and fats harden and block the drains, and it becomes difficult to separate them from water. We should not throw chemicals in the drains like insecticides, pesticides or medicines, as they kill the microbes in the water that helps in its purification. We should not throw things in the drain that can block them like tea leaves, food remains, cotton, soft toys, etc. Sanitation and diseases. Sanitation refers to the health conditions of a people related to the disposal of sewage, human excreta, and provision of clean drinking water. Poor sanitation and polluted drinking water can lead to many diseases. Hence, a sanitation system aims to provide a clean environment for us so that we can stay away from diseases. The human excreta is a health hazard which can lead to soil and water pollution. It can also pollute the surface water and groundwater. Hence, people should never defecate in open areas. What can be the alternative arrangement can be made for the sewage disposal? To improve sanitation, low-cost on-site sewage disposal systems can be used, such as septic tanks, chemical toilets, composting pits. Septic tanks are suitable for places where there is no sewerage system. For hospitals, isolated buildings which are having a cluster of 4 to 5 houses. These toilets do not require scavenging. Excreta from the toilet seats flow through the covered drains into the biogas plant. The biogas produced can be used as a source of energy. Sanitation at public places. There are numerous places in our country which are very busy, such as airports, railway stations, and bus depots. Many times, large gatherings such as fairs and festivals are also organized, where a large number of people visit. This results in the generation of large amount of waste. If the waste is not treated properly, it leads to several diseases and even an epidemic. If we adopt certain practices at public places, we can help in maintaining their sanitation. For instance, we should not throw garbage in the public places. We need to use the dustbins. We should not spit around in a public place. Let us have a chapter recap. Wastewater generated in homes, industries, agricultural fields, and in other human activities is called sewage. Sewage is a liquid waste which causes water and soil pollution. Wastewater is treated in a sewage treatment plant. Treatment plants reduce pollutants in wastewater to a level where nature can take care of it. The low-cost on-site sanitation system can be adopted where underground sewerage systems and refuse disposal systems are not available. Byproducts of the wastewater treatment are sludges and the biogas. Open drain system is a breeding place for flies, mosquitoes and organisms which cause diseases. We should not defecate in the open.